guys, I'm Kristen with ISeeStarsQuilting.com. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you a little bit more about what I have around me while I'm sewing and tools that I find you gotta have them. You know, a lot of times I love to think that you don't need to buy the whole store when you're becoming a quilter, and you don't. I really truly believe that there are a lot of gadgets out there that you don't need. However, there are a few things that are just non-negotiable for me. So first, let's start with what I keep on my sewing table with me. My sewing desk is pretty clean the way that it is, okay? I try and keep it as cleaned off as possible. I will tell you that it is such a magnet for clutter. Such a magnet for clutter. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is so tempting when everything else is messy, or like if I'm just coming in here to drop something off, a package or delivery or fabric, or like just putting things out of the way so that the rest of my house looks clean. You know what I mean? It's so tempting to put things down here, make this be a drop zone, and then close the door and walk out. That is a mistake, okay? That will lead to a mess that you won't want to clean up. So I try not to, but that doesn't always happen. I'll be honest, when I first saw this little organizer, I did not understand the hype behind it. Okay, it looked like, for me, it would be a place for clutter. Okay, and you know I don't like clutter, and I don't like stuff around me that is going to cause clutter. Okay, so in trying to avoid clutter, I did not have one of these for a long time, but recently I acquired one, and I gotta tell you, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. These things are amazing, okay? I always have one on my desk now. I have one on my desk, and then I have one over on my cutting table as well, because it's a magnet for clutter. But if you are the type of personality who is not going to put things away in the first place, and you are more likely to just throw them on the table instead of actually putting them in the drawer, these make it easier to put things away. Do you know how many things have fallen behind my cutting table that are in the land of no return now? Because my cutting table is really heavy, right? It's really heavy, and things get lost behind there, and yeah, it's called the land of no return because things don't come back from there. The cute little pegs on there, they make it easy to find things. They make it easy to hold things, to grip things. The little pen holders make it easy for me to grab onto whatever I need. My specific marking tools that otherwise get lost in the drawers down beneath. So these nest organizers have been a absolute saving grace for those little things that get lost. Guys, look how many colors they come in, okay? So if you're a pink fan, or if you're like in the blue family or the purple family, right? You know, we all have our favorite colors. We're all kindergartners who never ever really grew up. We never really grew up, and that's okay. You can find a color that exactly matches your personality, and you can hold on to your things. So this is a definite must on my cutting table from here on out, and I am really sorry that I did not jump on this train until it had already been going for a while. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it again, did not see the potential in this when it first came out, but I see the potential now. I love them. I'm going to put a link down below to where you can get these organizers because they're amazing. Everything else in this video is also going to be linked down below in case you are in a shopping mood and you would like to find some new things, some ways to make your life easier. Another thing that I like to keep on my desk is a coaster. This happens to be a beautiful one that is from ISeeStarsQuilting. There's only one way you can get that, and that is if I give it to you. So, but I always keep a coaster on my desk because I don't like the condensation possibly getting in the midst of all of my fabric or something that I have on here that is important, like, oh, I don't know, patterns and such that can bleed and stuff like that, right? Okay. A thread stand, a professional, nice thread stand, and by professional, I do not mean expensive, is a must as a quilter, okay? Because there are some times when you want to buy your thread in bulk, especially if you're doing a whole lot of piecing and you want to just buy a big spool of nice thread and get that kind of bulk discount, right? A thread stand is a really good way to maintain that nice, good thread tension and be able to get more for your money when it comes to thread. This one I got off of Amazon, super inexpensive, but awesome. I think it was like, I don't know, $10 or $15, but it has always served me well. I take this every time I go anywhere with my sewing machine as well. This thread stand comes with me. Speaking of thread, this right here is my thread drawer. Yeah, it's not as organized as it could be. It's not as organized as it could be, but this is how I store my threads, okay? So it's right in the drawer stand that is right next to my sewing machine. So it's like right next to my right knee, and it makes it very easy for me to switch threads to be able to see what I have on hand. I keep my regular sewing machine threads in this drawer. My regular long arm threads are in the other room with my long arm machine. But I like the way that this thread organization, and I'm using that term loosely because I know it's kind of a mess in there, but I like the way that this works. I took a wall organizer and I trimmed off what would fit in my drawer, and that is what my threads are on. So they kind of lean a bit to the side, and that makes it really, really easy for me to see the thread color. Obviously, after I did this, I kind of acquired more thread. You know what? Can't help it. I love it. I'm not going to complain about it, and I'm not going to like ruin my whole system. I just kind of tuck some more in there, but that's how I store my threads, and it makes it really, really handy. If you go up a drawer from my thread drawer, you will find all of my notions, the extra feet for my sewing machine that are easily accessible for me to change. I have my pins, my friction pins are in here. I have my sewing pins easily accessible if I need to quickly pin something. I have scissors. I have hair ties. I have clips. I have anything in here. I also have lip gloss. Yeah, I also have lip gloss in that drawer. Anything else that I would need to quickly grab goes in that drawer. Now, it is kind of the junk drawer of my sewing station, but I don't see a way around that. If you have a specific way to organize all of those little things, that's great. Please share it in the comments down below. I would love to hear it because I'm constantly trying to update and perfect my organizing systems. But you know what? I'm kind of human, and I'm okay with this system as well. If there is something on your sewing table that you cannot live without, let me know what it is. I would love to know. Thanks so much for following along with me today and letting me share with you my sewing station, my fun stuff that I keep around me all the time, the useful things. In my early journey, I always found it very, very helpful to see what is necessary for other quilters, what they always, tried and true products, what they tried to use all the time, what they tried and didn't work, and the things that they tried and stuck with and loved and kept using. Because, like I said, that nest organizer, I took a long time to jump on that bandwagon, but now that I have, it's me, like 1000%. I always have it on me, and I love using it. So, sometimes it takes a little while to figure out what works for you and what organizational things are going to stick. And sometimes it just takes seeing how somebody else does it and what would make it a benefit for you. I'll see you next week on my channel when I share more tips, tricks, and tutorials for the modern quilter. I'm Kristen with ISeeStarsQuilting.com. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please, 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 really quick, hit that subscribe button down below this video. It helps me and it helps YouTube know what it is that I am doing is helpful to you. I'll see you next week. Bye.